Hey everyone, Mootini here. So sorry for that little week delay. Life kinda was just lifing. I know I said I was gonna make a TikTok video, but while I was trying to film, our fire alarm decided to keep going off at the most inconvenient moments. Are you broken? Shut up. And to be quite honest, it just took the creative flow right out of me. But we are back, boys and ghouls. We are so back, and as always, I'm super excited for this week's video. Because today, we're gonna be talking about... Wait. Did you guys hear something?
Beth.
James, what are you doing?
I was trying to scare you.
James, you know it takes a lot more to scare me than that. Speaking of which, that's what we're gonna go over in this week's video. Wait, give me keys, I want a keys. So stick around, y'all. It's gonna be a spooky time. Now, as a huge fan of horror movies, I've become immune to a lot of shit. So it actually does take quite a bit to genuinely scare me nowadays. But every now and then, a horror movie will cross my path that will genuinely give me the creeps. So for this week's video, we are going over a little list I made of horror movies that genuinely scare me. Without any further delays, and husbands trying to scare their wives, let's hop right into it. Alrighty, y'all, we are starting off very, very strong here. The first movie that genuinely scares the crap out of me is The Descent, released in 2005.
A group of women who crave adventure go spelunking and discover cave creatures nobody has ever seen and live to tell about.
Now, this movie is literally the sole reason you will never find me splunking. The set design alone for this film, it always astounds me whenever I see it on TV or a clip comes up online. Fun fact, they were reusing the exact same, I think 7 set pieces throughout the movie, and they look different every time with how they've placed them. It really makes it feel like they're genuinely in a cave, and it's a damn good looking one. And for those of you who are actually claustrophobic, I do not recommend this movie. You will absolutely feel very claustrophobic just watching it, even from the safety in your living room. Now, the cave creatures that the girls in the movie run into are pale humanoid looking things that are blind, and they depend on sound to hunt with in the dark. Very creative looking monster, and it feels a little too real here for me, I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, just look at them. They're nightmare fuel. This movie literally kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time, and I also had a nightmare after it. I was in a cave with a creature, and I died. Fun dream. Next up, we've got Sinister, released in 2012.
Ellison Owens, who is a true crime writer looking for his next story, moves his family into a home where a disturbing murder has taken place. There, he discovers a box of tapes where each murder has been filmed, along with a paranormal presence connecting them all.
The jump scares alone in this film were enough to make me mention it today. Now, please do not be deterred when I say jump scares. I know jump scares is probably the biggest horror trope everyone knows, and can get a little annoying at some times. But honestly, I'm a fan of jump scares when they're done correctly. And in this film, 100% spot on, perfect jump scares. Very well done and perfectly timed. Other than the jump scares, what genuinely scared me about this film is when we see what's on those tapes that he finds in the attic of the actual murders. And to be honest, it feels like you're watching snuff films. Just absolutely horrific. The next film that gave me the heebie-jeebies is Silence of the Lambs, released in 1991.
Clarice, FBI trainee, is assigned to interview and work with Dr. Hannibal Lecter, who is a cannibal psychiatrist, so she can catch the loose serial killer Buffalo Bill before he claims another victim.
Now, I truly believe that the scariest thing about this entire film is how real it all feels. I mean, the fact alone that a serial killer can look just like any other person walking down the street that you don't know, a little too real. For me, anyway. The ending will just leave your jaw on the bottom of the floor as we lose track of Dr. Lecter going through the crowd. Not to mention, Dr. Lecter alone, he gives me the creeps. I mean, look at how we're introduced to him in the movie. He's so creepy. Ugh. And then we have this Buffalo Bill guy over here, kidnapping the lady folk and skinning them for coats. Who does he think he is, Cruella de Vil? Wrong movie, my guy. Wrong movie. I will say, though, the final confrontation between Clarice and Buffalo Bill, exhilarating. Excellent filmmaking right there. Next up, we're going to be talking about Don't Breathe, released in 2016.
A group of thieves looking for a better life are in for a rude awakening when the wealthy, blind old man's house they break into turns out to be an ex-army veteran, where they discover he has some pretty horrific secrets of his own.
Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This movie has some pretty fucked up moments. I can never look at a turkey baster the same way again because of this movie. And that's all I'm going to say about that. A part that is also very unsettling and just gets your nerves going in this movie is when he cuts the lights and they can't see where they're going. And you can literally see their pupils are dilated as they're trying to find their way around the room. I hate the dark. Now for this next film, I did get several comments on my video last time from you guys and several messages on Instagram about this. A film I neglected to bring up when we were going over my top 10 favorites, Psycho, released in 1960.
Marion Crane steals a crap ton of money from a client at her job and is on the run when she stumbles upon the Bates Motel, where she must stay the night to avoid bad weather.
A true classic. Now, from that little description that I just gave about this movie, that's all I'm gonna say about the plot. And if you have the absolute honor of saying, I've never seen this film before and I don't know what happens, stop, skip to this part, go watch the movie. Please, I am begging you, do not spoil it for yourself. It is that good. I think it's very easy for all of us to agree on that Psycho is one of the most famous horror films, still to this day. Now, other than the shower scene, which I think we can all agree is terrifying in itself, for me, it's the jump scare that happens near the end of the movie. When Norman comes out of literally nowhere and kills the detective. That one always gets me. The very end of this movie is my favorite part. It's when Norman looks up at the camera and gives that really creepy smile. And just for a split second, we see his mother's skull go over his face. And we cut to the police pulling the car out of the swamp with Marion's body in that trunk. Alrighty, y'all, still staying strong with this list. Next one up is Hostel, released in 2005.
A group of young men end up staying at a hostel where they are all kidnapped and become the victims of wealthy people who purchased them for torture.
Oh my god, what a movie. Mind my language again, you guys, but this movie is gory as fuck. Definitely not for the squeamish, I'll tell you that. Other than the buckets of delicious, delicious body gore we get in this movie, it's pretty terrifying that rich folk can just buy you and literally do whatever they want to you. Also, traveling to a strange place where you're not very familiar with and being taken advantage of, like the guys are in this film, that scares me. Honestly, this movie will make you think, what can't money buy? Now, this next movie is a bit of a newer one. Longlegs, released in 2024.
A new police investigator who has some psychic abilities is assigned a string of cold case murders where she discovers she may be connected to all of them in a rather satanic way.
And I just want to say, the reason why this movie scared me so much, I saw it by myself. Like, literally, by myself. Now, it is kind of my fault, because I did buy the earliest matinee tickets. I don't like annoying people in the movie theater. It's rude. With the tone that this movie has nearly the entire time, being by myself, it scared the crap out of me. Now, Longlegs is very good with the level of suspense it gives off the entire time. And with that ending, though, oh boy, is it creepy. Now, online, I have seen a lot of people genuinely confused about this ending, which, in all fairness, it's not very direct. Me personally, I took it as a very interpretive ending. Now, there are just a couple more scary films that did genuinely give me the heebie-jeebies, but we're gonna start wrapping this video up here, y'all, with some honorable mentions.
The Grudge. The Green Inferno. Terrifier, and boy does he live up to his name. The Conjuring universe as a whole. As above, so below.
But wait, there's more? Now, this isn't necessarily a scary movie, but Michael Jackson's music video for Thriller. Now, I know that this is not a scary movie necessarily, but this scared the genuine crap out of me as a little kid. The beginning of the video when they're seeing a scary movie and then Michael Jackson starts turning into a werewolf. Rewatching this as an adult, he does look very, very cat-like. Also, why does she stay that long to run away while he's transforming? No wonder he catches up to her. And a part of this music video that still creeps me out to this day is when we see a very gross looking Vincent Price. Whenever this music video came on the television as kids, my sister and I would literally run away at the ending to not see Vincent Price. Alrighty everybody, that wraps it up for this week of Mootini. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to hang out more. Now with a couple of films that we discussed here in this week's video, I'm very curious. What are some horror movies that scared you? Comments. Gimme. As usual, the links to all my social medias will be down in the description below. Now just to give you all the heads up, next week's video, it is gonna look a little different. So tune in next time, my darlings, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Bye everybody! Mootini out!